Hi, I'm Brittney Saunders and welcome to Big Business, the place where business is far from boring. And today, Xander is mouthing and copying what I'm saying. And today, I'm recording on Gadigal land. Now, I somehow managed to start a business from the garage underneath my house. Xander is mouthing everything that I'm saying. I managed to start an empire. What did I say? A business. Oh my God, this has all gone wrong. Xander, stop it! Look, let's just skip the intro and get straight into the episode. By the way, did you know that I record my intro every single time? I reckon people would think that it's pre-recorded, but I say it every time. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Let's skip through the intro. Today, I am here to answer a question that someone sent to me on Instagram, and they have asked, can I please give them a rundown on the entire structure of Fayt, every single employee and what their title is and what their role is. And oh my God, this is a challenge, but it's a challenge that I'm up for. So without further ado, let's just get straight into it. And thank you to everyone that sent through like questions or scenarios, because I love actually, making podcasts that people want to hear, like the juicy stuff. I got this question from Lucy. Shout out to you, Lucy. It was 3 question boxes in a row. Okay, number 1, can you do a breakdown of all of the different roles your employees have in your company, like what roles/titles they have and what their responsibilities are, from the role of the CEO all the way through to casual floor staff in the retail stores? It's so interesting. I never would have thought to do an episode like this, but I will gladly run you through kind of the structure of Fayt and where we are today. I think it's really interesting to talk about because not that long ago, there was no structure at all. There was barely any staff. And now, I don't want to say it's like a pyramid, where like the top dogs are at the top and it scales down. But I guess now there is like a formation. There's a tree kind of thing, and there's branches coming off every single bit of the tree, and there's teams and people in charge of others. And it's happened so quickly, like especially in the last like 2 to 3 years, I want to say. Before that, I kind of just had like a small bunch of people working for me, and we were all just massive all-rounders, like going from one side of the business to the other. And now it's all super duper refined. So I'd be more than happy to share all of the roles in our company. And you know what? This is a big question for you to ask me, what are their exact titles? Because some, I don't know the actual 100% wording, but I'll explain and you'll see. So let's start. I don't want to say let's start at the top because I don't want this to sound like an MLM or anything, but let's start at the top of the tree, I guess. We're going to call it a tree because it's not a fucking pyramid. Okay, so at the top of the tree is me. So I'm the 100% owner of Fayt, which is so cool to say as a female, if I don't say so myself. I own 100% of Fayt. Poor AJ doesn't have a stake, but he's been with me long enough that it is his as well. And people always say, I love how you always refer to Fayt as we, and you always include AJ. And that's because AJ runs this business with me. So my official title is founder and CEO of the company. And I mean, I don't know if I've already done an episode about like what I do. I think there is an episode, so I won't go too much into what I do. I'm sure a lot of you know what I do, but my job essentially is to keep the business moving forward. That is my number 1 priority, is move the business forward, ensure we don't fall behind, grow, grow, grow. And for a CEO, I actually do a lot. And speaking with other business owners like on this pod and when we're off air, like it kind of makes me realize, holy shit, like I'm so involved in areas that I guess a lot of other CEOs wouldn't be. But yeah, my main roles are to keep the business moving forward. I work very closely with our marketing team across our social media campaigns, our photo shoots, as well as designing our collections. I'm also our head stock buyer, which is wild, but it's just one of those jobs that I feel like I just know how to do the best. I'll probably give it up one day though. Not give it up, but get some more help with it. And I just really oversee the day-to-day operations of our business. I work closely with all of our managers, and I work close with our people and culture coordinator, which I'll get onto. I just work really closely with, I guess, the main parts of the tree, so that they are doing well in their job so they can look after the rest of the branches. I don't know why I'm referring to this as a tree with branches, but that's the way I want to go about it. Do you reckon that's fine? How else do I fucking describe it? I don't know. Food chain. Hierarchy. I don't want to say it's like a hierarchy, so instead I'm saying Fayt is a big tree. Okay, so I'm at the top of the tree. Then you've got AJ, who is by my side. AJ's official title is actually CFO, so he's the Chief Financial Officer. I was going to say organizer. So AJ's a CFO. One huge part of his role is looking at our finances. So he works really closely with our accountant. Like, we have an accountant as well, but AJ's job is to look at the numbers. So he is always looking at our daily sales. We have a lot of company cards and we have a lot of transactions that go on those company cards every single day because we are a product-based business and we have retail stores. We have physical things. We have a warehouse. So you can only begin to imagine how much money we spend every day making our business run on packaging, on our stock, on supplies for our store. Like, there's so much that we buy every single day, and it's AJ's job to consolidate all of our daily transactions. So he sees them come through on our software and he puts them all in different areas, like consolidates them, which then makes our accountant's job easier. And he just makes sure that, you know, we're making more than we're spending and that the business is like financially in a good position. As well as doing that, AJ also does all of our staff pay. I used to do that job and I gave it to him, I think, last year. So he processes our pays every week. We pay our staff weekly. So it's a once a week job for AJ, and it's quite a big one because there's so many employees now, like well over 60. And he also does all of our tax payments. So like every quarter, there's so many tax bills to pay. Every 6 months, every year, we get huge tax bills. So he pays all of those. And also he just runs the business with me. Like, everything that I'm doing, AJ's doing. He doesn't help us write stock orders or design clothes or try on samples, but he just does everything that I do as well. He also plays a pretty big role in the warehouse, just sorting out the warehouse, not really working closely with our staff, but more so just the bigger things in the warehouse, like the organisation, all those huge industrial racks that we have. Like, AJ is the only one in our warehouse that has the license to drive our big forklift. It's fucking scary. I don't think I want anyone else to drive it. I wouldn't. And it takes like 2 days to get your license, so fuck that. He can be the only one that drives. Gregory, that's the name of the forklift, in case anyone was wondering. So that's the next person in the tree of Fayt, Gregory, the forklift. No, I'm just joking. But we do have 2 forklifts, one named Greg, one named Flossie, in case anyone was wondering. And Flossie, anyone can drive because you just push her around. You don't need to sit on it. Then, I guess moving on, there's a bunch of people that kind of work hand in hand. We have Em, who is our general manager. She's currently off on paid parental leave. Mat leave. Yeah, what is it called, mat leave now? It's not parental leave?
I have no idea. I'm not a parent.
Yeah, neither. Who knows how long she's going to be off for? A year, maybe? I caught up with her on the weekend and she's like, I'm already ready to come back. It's been like 2 months, not even. And Em's job is essentially to be the glue between everyone in the company. She is just like the middleman for every department in our business, from retail all the way through to marketing, all the way through to the warehouse. She is just ensuring that everyone is happy and that everyone is doing their job like they're supposed to. She's also the one that has to have tough conversations if they ever need to happen. If someone needs to be given a warning or if someone has done something wrong, if there's misconduct in the workplace, Em is the one that is responsible for doing that. And she's responsible for doing all of our staff reviews. So we have reviews every 3 months and then every 6 months and three. And just big things as well, like company reviews. She's just like the glue in the company and just ensures that everyone's doing the right thing at all times. And she's just there to jump in and help out no matter what it is. The way that Em got her job, she reached out to me on LinkedIn a couple of years back, and I get messages all the time from people asking, can I come and work for you? And if someone DMs me or anything along those lines and just says, can I have a job? I'm like, you're never going to have a job because of the way that you just wrote that message. I know that's really savage, but if you're going to send someone a DM on LinkedIn or Instagram, or like Instagram's the number one place that I'll always get a DM, don't just write to the CEO of a company, can I have a job? Or can I come and work with you? Because you've instantly like just shot yourself in the foot. I know that sounds really like brutal, but it's true. Like that's so unprofessional. To like, can I come and work with you?
Fun fact, I went for a job interview once with Em
You did.
and she didn't hire me.
You bitch, Em. So Em, our general manager, so her job's changed a lot. So she's been at Fayt for maybe 2 years and her message stood out to me because it was so professional. And I'd be able to go back and find it. Maybe I'll do a bonus episode and read it out and kind of tell the story. But she reached out and just said, look, I'm just shooting my shot. She'd worked in Sydney and the Central Coast for so many years and had amazing experience like in management sort of levels. And she just said, I'm moving home to Newcastle. I just wanted to like put the feelers out there. If anything ever comes up that would be of interest, like I'd just love to be considered kind of thing. I don't know what it was, but like the universe told me I need to talk to this girl. So I talked to her and after I spoke to her for like, I don't know, however long it was, half an hour, I didn't have any jobs going at the moment. Fayt was still relatively small. This was only like 2 years ago. I just hung up that call and I said, I need to give her a job. Like I need to make a job for her. So I said, fuck it, called her back. I said, I want to make a job for you. And the rest is literally history. She came on board and we didn't know what her role really was. We were just going to kind of make it up as we went. But we saw her coming in kind of like managing and, you know, helping teams and staff development and growth. And then, yeah, fast forward 2 years and she stepped into like a more structured role of being the GM and the rest is history. But I might even get her on for an episode. Maybe while she's on leave, we'll get her in because she's saying she's already keen. She's like, if you ever need any help with anything, I'm like, Em, you are on leave. Fuck off. She's like, yeah, but I'm happy to help. Then we have two people who are Shanae and another Em. Holy shit, we've got so many Emilys in our company. Like, I'm going to have to start banning the name Emily. But anyway.
You should make a piece of Fayt clothing called the Emily.
Oh, we need to, honestly. We've got 3 M's in our head office.
You've got a Xander piece of clothing.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Not named after you, but you can claim it.
How
You can
dare
claim it.
you?
So then the next part of the tree, who work closely with Em, the general manager, is another Em and Shanae. So Em is our people and culture coordinator and Shanae, I don't know her exact title, people and culture assistant. I can't be 100% sure. Sorry, there's so many titles in the company. They work quite literally in that field of our business, the people and the culture. We have grown so much over the last year that there's never not a week, like there's never a week where we're not hiring someone new for some location in our business. The hiring became so much for our general manager, Em, that we literally now have 2 people in that people side of our business. And Em, who is a people and culture coordinator, she has like a strong work background. She came from working at a law firm. I hope they all don't mind me saying these things, but I'm just out here like boasting about my staff. So Em and Shanae, those 2 work side by side every day. They are responsible for all the hiring, putting up our ads, filtering through applicants, shortlisting applicants, contacting them for interviews, locking things in. Shanae's also really involved with the logistical side of hiring. So, for example, when we're doing a new store, there'll be a lot of travel involved. There'll be flights, there'll be accommodation that we need. So Shanae is all over that kind of stuff. And that's kind of the area that they're in the business, is just people, procedures, culture, hiring, and all that fun stuff. So we have our marketing team, who is led by Kim. Kim has been with us for maybe 3.5 years now. And I like to say that she's been there since the beginning of Fayt, because to me, Fayt started like 3 years ago. The couple of years before that was just me fucking around. So Kim started as our social media assistant and has built her way up into being our brand manager. Is that her title? Fuck, I don't know. There's so many titles, but Kim's like our brand and marketing manager. And she oversees all things marketing, social media, campaigns, EDM, which is like your email marketing, and everything in between. So Kim oversees all of that. Then we have our social media team, which consists of 2, which is Claire and another Emily. Bloody hell. When we're in the office, I have to go Emily W or Emily C. But then 2 of the Emilys are both Emily C. I'm like, bloody hell. Emily's a banned from the workplace. So we have 2 people in our social media team, Claire and Emily. One is our social media coordinator and one is our social media assistant. And again, they just work side by side every single day. They are the people that you see behind our social media content, everything you see on TikTok, everything that you see on Instagram. That is those girls doing their thing, working with our models that we do shoots with. Kim will help orchestrate and organize a shoot. Then the social media girls will be responsible for pulling all of the looks together, doing all of the styling, all the fun stuff. It's very glamorous, but also a lot of hard work. Then we have Brooke, who, again, I don't know her exact fucking title. It's written in our back end somewhere, but she's like our PR and marketing coordinator. Brooke started in customer service at Fayt and has worked her way into our PR side of the business. So she works with all of our content creators, our influencers that we have ongoing relationships with. She also has started up our community PR list, which is in our Fayt Society group. So we work with our community members to create content. So not just influencers, but also our real customers. Brooke has also orchestrated our entire Lucky 7 brand trip that we've done for our 7th birthday. She's organised the event night that we're doing. If we do any in-store activations, she will orchestrate that. If we are doing an in-store VIP night, she'll organise all of that, like food and decorations and all that kind of stuff. It's really just all the fun things, if I'm being honest. That is a super cool role. And again, if I didn't do this job, I'd like to do a PR kind of role as well. It is a lot of admin and a lot of organising, and I know PR can look really fun and sound really fun, but it is a lot of admin. But that's Brooke and that's her role. Then we have April, who everyone knows, surely, by this point. She's been on the pod. April started working in our warehouse 3.5 years ago, and now she works directly with me. So she is a brand executive for me and for Fayt. And essentially what a brand executive is, it's kind of like a fancy way of saying a PA, if I'm being honest. But I don't know. I don't ever want to call someone my assistant. But April is just my, what is it like? Sidekick. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. April is my sidekick. So April's role is just to keep me moving forward as my own person in terms of my content and everything that you see me post, all my reels and videos and coming up with crazy ideas, following me around, traveling around with me. Again, a really fun job, if I don't say so myself, and I'd love to be doing a job like that. She is the most flexible employee ever. She will work with Brooke on PR things. She will work with Kim on booking in models. She will work with the girls if they need an extra set of hands at a photo shoot. She's really flexible, and I feel like she loves being that way, just jumping in and doing whatever. And I think that's also just the company culture at Fayt. We're all willing to just jump in and help out if it's needed. No one is ever I'm not doing that. That's outside of my job description, we're all happy to just jump in and help no matter what. So then we've got customer service. We have Sam and Jordan, and they are obviously doing our customer service emails. We get a lot of emails every day. On a good day, it's less than 100 emails that we have to get back to, and on a busy day, it's well over 100. So they reply to our emails every single day. I'd say that Jordan is, her actual role title is customer happiness coordinator, I believe. And then Sam, she used to also just do customer service. Then she was in the warehouse. This is getting so fucking messy. But now Sam is also our e-commerce coordinator. We also have a phone line now, which is really exciting. So Sam and Jordan share that every single day whenever the phone rings. And then Sam, in her e-commerce coordinator role, I could be getting that wrong. I'm going to have my employees hit me up being like, you said I was e-commerce coordinator. I want my title changed. So Sam, she now also is responsible for looking after our Shopify website. That was a role that I always did because I love doing that. So she is responsible for the layout of our website, all of our collection pages, all of our product pages, uploading all of our images in when she gets them back from photo shoots, choosing what photos go in on the products, writing the product descriptions, ensuring everything is in its correct collection on our website so that when you click on dresses, that dress is in that collection, and then shuffling the pages around. If you jump on our website and take a scroll through, you'll notice everything is beautifully color coordinated. That's all Sam doing that job. And as well as that, Sam has upskilled and Kim has taught her how to make our EDMs. So now Sam has learned a little bit of graphics as well and is kind of designing and sending out our emails that we send out every week to our newsletter subscribers. Woo. Then we have Grace. And again, this is kind of all going out of whack with the tree thing that we're following here. But Grace is our national retail manager. This is really good of me to fucking know all this shit, by the way. Can I just say? Grace is our national retail manager. She started working in our Fayt Newcastle store as a casual back in COVID times. And she would always say to me, I want a full-time job. I want a full-time job. I want a full-time job. We didn't have a full-time job back then. This is when we had one store only. And I would say to her, because she was such a great worker, I said, Grace, you wait. Just you wait. It's coming. It's coming. That full-time role is coming. She'd be like, all right. And she would bug me every week. And I'd go, Grace, I know. Because she'd be like, I just want to make sure you don't forget. I'm like, Grace, I'll never forget. If you tell me something, it's right there in my mind. Anyway, when we opened our second store in Westfield Miranda in Sydney, I booted Grace down there and said, off you go. This is the full-time role starting now. Go and sort out that store and that team. And she's never looked back. So Grace oversees all 5 of our stores. And she is just responsible for working directly with the managers of those stores to ensure that everything's running smoothly, from onboarding to training, ongoing training, setting up stores, everything to do with retail, assisting our managers in their roles, just to ensure that their day-to-day operations of the store are running smoothly and that everyone is happy. We then have 5 store managers for our 5 stores, and then each store also has an assistant manager. So the store manager is obviously responsible for running the store. We've got Chantel, we've got Tyree, we've got Eden, we've got, who am I forgetting? Shannon, and we've got Jen. Okay, they're our 5 store managers. Come on, not many fucking CEOs would know the names of everyone. I'm out here name dropping. So I don't need to go into detail about the retail stores, but we've got our 5 store managers. They're responsible for running the store, doing all the rosters, looking after their team, the day-to-day operations of the store. Then they have their assistant managers. So there's 5 store managers, 5 assistant store managers, and then they have their teams. I'm not going to go through all the fucking retail teams.
Yeah, can you name every single casual for us, please?
No, I can't. I can't. Sorry about that, everyone.
They're the roots of the tree, clearly.
They are, but we have some casuals that have been with us for a really long time. We have casuals come and go. That's just part of it kind of thing. And we have new casuals starting every other week at whatever store. So I don't directly work with them. And some of them I've never even met. I don't even know some of their names. And AJ does the pays and he's like, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, I don't know, which is really crazy to experience. But that's a look at the layout of our retail stores. Then moving over to the warehouse, back up the tree a little bit. We've got Sigrid, who has also been with us for over 3 years. She started working in our Newcastle store, and then she worked her way into the warehouse, and now she's our operations manager. So Siggy is in the warehouse every single day running the operations of the business. That is all of our shipments coming in. That is shipments going out to our retail stores. She also works closely with me on our stock ordering. So that's a huge part of our roles. And she just oversees all the big stuff in the warehouse, knowing when shipments are coming in. She knows when the trucks are coming in, ensuring that the trucks are getting unloaded and stock is getting put in the right spot in the warehouse. She oversees the day-to-day operations of the warehouse itself through the warehouse manager, who is Denver, which we'll get onto her. And Siggy's also responsible for all the big ticket things as well, like ensuring that we have enough shipping bags, ensuring we have enough labels, just all those things that we need every single day. She's also responsible for letting me know if we ever need more storage bins or anything like that, and also if the stores ever need anything, if the stores need any kind of maintenance or something's broken or whatever. Siggy kind of oversees all that sort of stuff. Then we have Denver, who is our warehouse team lead. Sorry, I said manager before, but I was wrong. It's warehouse team lead, okay? Denver runs the day-to-day operations of the warehouse team. We have casuals in the warehouse now for the first time ever in the history of Fayt. So she does the roster for the casuals. Then we have full-timers in the warehouse. And Denver's there printing off the orders every day and making sure the warehouse does exactly what they need to do. She's delegating tasks to the team saying, all right, from this time to this time, you three are doing returns and us four are doing picking and you are doing packing. And then another role in our warehouse is Lily, and she is our retail stock coordinator. So because we have 5 stores now, it's a huge job to oversee like all the stock getting sent out to the stores. We used to just like do it ourselves, like AJ, myself and Siggy. We'd just like send out shipments and whatever. But now there's like so many processes in place of like, what day is this new arrivals getting sent out to the store and how many days do we have to allow because the trucks take sometimes 2 days or 3 days and blah, blah, blah. Lily looks after all of that, and she's also assisted by Taylor. Are you keeping up with me, Xander?
I'm still stuck on the M's.
I'm trying to think of who else I've forgotten. I think I've covered everyone. Then we obviously have full-timers in the warehouse, but that's kind of an overview of the warehouse. That's an overview of the office and the marketing team, and that's an overview of the retail team. And all up, it makes like 60 to 70 people, I would say. It's a big show, as All Right Hey would say. It's a big bloody show. And I'm just impressed that I know all that, to be honest. I really am. But thank you so much, Lucy, for challenging me to remember all of these titles and roles and names and what they do. We certainly, I forgot one. I've got to make a special mention to Eden, who is she started with us when we opened our Hawthorne store in Victoria, but Eden has stepped up a little now and is kind of working alongside Grace, who is the national retail manager, because Eden's really passionate about growing with Fayt, and that's something that she expressed to us when we opened the Hawthorne store. She said, I know I'm in Victoria and you guys are in New South Wales, but if there's anything I can do to progress and grow with you guys, like I'm putting my hand up. I knew I'd forgotten someone or something, and it's that. So that's Eden. Pressure's on. If I've fucking forgotten someone in this, I'm going to be in big trouble, and I'm going to blame you, Lucy.
And we're not re-recording.
We're not re-recording this.
You're lost forever. You don't exist.
That is surely everyone. Yeah, surely that's everyone. But anyway, it's a big team at Fayt, and it's really cool to actually sit back here today and kind of think about the Fayt tree. It's not a tree, but you know what I mean. And not that long ago, honestly, when, Kim and Sigrid started and Grace like 3+ years ago, and April, like when they came on board, that's when the company was like so tiny, like just a few people here and there.
It was a Fayt plant.
It was a Fayt succulent. It was a mini little succulent, barely. It was a seed. I couldn't do what I do if it wasn't for everyone in the tree, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, that's an overview of Fayt and everyone and their roles and what they look like. They're far more complex than what I've explained, but Xander's looking at me like, hurry up. He's looking at me like, hurry the fuck up. Get on with it. You know what? I love that I'm putting this in a podcast, because I hope in 2 years I can come back and listen to this episode and go, that was just a shrub. And I'm going to leave you with a tip of the week. My tip is for all of you employees out there, don't ever be afraid to put your hand up, even if you feel like it's something that's well out of your reach. You never know what may come of it. And I mean, I guess it depends where you work. I can only speak from my experience starting as a small business. But when someone shows that initiative and they've got that fire in them and they put their hand up and they say, hey, this is me and this is what I'm interested in doing. I can't speak for all business owners, but that stands out to me and I will remember that. So be confident in yourself. Don't be afraid to put your hand up, because you never know where it may take you. And I think a lot of my team members at Fayt are great examples of that, of just showing initiative, putting their hand up and saying, hey, I want to grow. So yeah, that's it. Remember to chase after your dreams as if they owe you money.